Let's see the following code. The variable dummy_var is defined in this scope. When the execution of this delimited code ends, this variable is no longer accessible. With a closure, we can get the value of a variable even after the execution of its scope has ended. Let's see a very simple example in Go. Let's go ahead and create an interesting function called checkin. It has a string as input parameter and it returns a function. Yes, it's a function that returns a function. Now let's create the body. First, we define a variable called message and we initialize it with the value of the parameter name followed by a constant text and the current time. Just after this sentence, we create a function called closureFunc. Its body is very simple. It just shows the value of message in the console. Since the message variable is defined in the same scope, closureFunc can get it. Let's use this function from main. In main, first, we print the current time in the console. Then, we define the variable MariaCheckin and initialize it, calling the checkin function. Here comes the interesting point. This call fires the checkin function, so the message variable is also initialized with the current time. Since checkin returns a function, MariaCheckin is also a function. Therefore, MariaCheckin can be also called. But before calling it, we force a sleep of 5 seconds and again a print of the current time. Finally, we call the function MariaCheckin. Let's run this code to see what happens. The first print shows the time now. The second print shows the time 5 seconds later. But when MariaCheckin is called, it prints the time when message was initialized 5 seconds earlier. We get the message value even after the scope of the function checkin is over. If you want to try yourself, you will find the download link at the description of this video. If you think this video is interesting, please give it a like and share it.